Okay. All right. Okay, Kim, I'm in over here. So if you see that. I'm in over on YouTube. Okay, let's see what's going on. Okay. Okay. And it's just me. Wow. Okay. Hey there, hey there. It's just me and me. Hi, good to see you. So I think I might can do both at the same time, but I thought we'd just chat and see who showed up. But I don't know if it's bad form to be on TikTok and say, "Hey, come see me over on YouTube. We're test driving some stuff." But I thought that might be good. Hey there, is that Crystal? Hi, hi. I'm live and direct right now. Woohoo! Yes, so there's 3 whole people here. This is so different than the other. And I put the YouTube studio up so I could put you guys as moderators if I needed to. Hopefully I can do that. So let me see if I can do that. I don't know if I can click on name and make that an option. I'm not sure how that goes. Yes, I knew it was that Crystal. I knew it was that Crystal this time. Finally getting it. Just don't say YouTube. Say tube of you or something similar. Okay. All right. Then I'm going to go on TikTok real quick and tell them to come on over and find me where I post the rest of the videos where you can find the other reads, because we're going to be doing a little bit of 11:11 stuff there. That's what I think I'll do. So, and I'll just try not to say that. So I'll see what happens with this. It's going to be kind of bizarre, but okay. We're going to see what happens here. Okay, so I'm going live on the other. Okay. Okay. All right. There we go. Okay. All right. So dual streaming. So you guys might see notifications come up. So hey Gloria, hey. So good to see you. Good to see you guys. Good to see you. All right. Well, we're checking some things out. Hey there, Astro. Hey, I am on the I'm on 2 streamings, TikTok, and then where I always tell you to go for my recorded shows, the one with the play button, that one. Yeah, I'm over on there right now also. So go ahead and pop on over to either one if you want to see me. I pulled a few cards from the Sacred Hags for 11:11. Hey there, Lanny, good to see you. So I am just kind of trying out double streaming right now, but I thought I would chat with you guys a little bit about what was my epiphany about 11:11 today, and see what's going on. So yeah. I am being very adventurous, doing both at the same time. I'm reading the screen and screen. So I'll show you what I pulled from the Sacred Hags. This is what I pulled. And then I thought we would just do a few like little reads and then go from there and see how comfortable I am with this. So Sacred Hags, I pulled Return, and this is Baba Yaga's hut, her house. And I love this card. I love the story of Vasilisa the Brave. I love the story of Baba Yaga. And I pulled this one. And this is all about returning to self, returning to your skills, returning to your gifts. Then I pulled Adaptation. And this is the Hag of the Cats. I loved seeing this. The Hag of the Cats knows her power, knows her goddess power, knows what's going on, right? So I loved this also. The next one I pulled was Slow Living. And you guys know that I do things kind of old school, really old school. So I pulled this one and I thought, okay, that's pretty interesting. And then Long Vision, thinking long term. And this one is the Flame Temples, the Flame Tender's Temple. So that is gorgeous to me. So this is Long Vision and Sight. And I thought this is interesting with it being 11:11. Early this morning, when I was first getting up, I was like freaked out, a little bit worried, like a little bit of a panicky mode for some reason. Just had a little bit more fear than my usual feisty self. And I was like, what is going on here? And then what if all the shit hits the fan and blah, blah, blah? Like my head was in a spin for a minute. And I thought, what is going on with this? This is not how the normal Ange is. This is not a good state of Ange. Not that I can't be human, but it was like, okay, what's going on with this? Then I had to really, really decide, okay, am I going to be in this panicky Pete mode? Am I going to be in this mode? Or am I going to decide that everything is going to be fine and trust that the universe has me? Because am I going to practice what I preach, essentially? And you guys have heard me say that a bajillion times, trust the universe has you. And so I decided, fuck it. I'm going to practice what I preach. I am going to just take some time and figure this out and just keep moving forward and let the universe catch me as I go. But I really had to lean into like, okay, if everything fell down around you, if you were, suddenly living under a bridge with the trolls and everything, would you be fine? Yes, you would. Okay. Do you know this? Have you done this? Have you done this before? Yes. Okay. So I don't know what this fear thing was that was kicking in for a little bit, but it was. And it was like, okay, calm down. Remember who you are. Remember, use your gift and just go do it and trust it. And I think that was one of the biggest things. It was for me, 11:11, what do I want to manifest? Do I want to manifest fear out the gate and just be fear, fear, fear? No. What I wanted to do was manifest my own magic and stronger magic. And all through the day, I was feeling stronger and stronger about what I'm doing, stronger and stronger in how I'm doing. And tonight, I'm broadcasting on, the tube that is not XYZ, but that STU. Yeah, I'm over on that and on the TikTok right now, doing both and just kind of chatting with you guys. And I thought what I'd do is do by the signs and do an 11:11 message for each of you by the signs. And then if we wanted to do my regular show, if I got too like scaredy pants about the YouTube show, then we'll see what's going on. But if you guys want to go over and ask for a reading on YouTube sometime, I'd love it if you follow me over there. Oh, but I'm not supposed to say that. You didn't hear me say that. Didn't hear me say that. If you want to ask for a reading from me, you know how to get a hold of me. It's afeistybutterfly@gmail.com. But we're going to look at the signs. So I thought we would go into them first. And I got some cards from the Astro Matrix pulled out. So I pulled out the Emperor, which is the Aries card, the Strength card, which is the Leo, and Temperance, which is the Sagittarius. So those are the ones. I'm looking over this slide and make sure I can see this clearly. So I thought we'd pull for the fire signs, see if there was a message come through with fire signs, and then we keep going. And we do each of the categories like fire, air, earth, water, that kind of thing. And then we go from there. So that's what I thought I would do for the 11:11. And we're going to go to the deck that is Stained Glass Tarot, the one Kim sent me. So we're going in there. We'll see what's going on. So if you know the fire signs in your life, or if this happens to apply for you, this is something that you might want to know and manifest going forward. Wow. Oh, hot damn. Whew. Okay. Something about the doubt, something about the fear, something about the big fat lie that's going on. Temperance card coming in. This is big, big, big. And then Justice. 3 major arcana right off the top. Boom, boom, boom. This is coming in with a lot of Boudica energy, this fierce warrior energy, fierce fighting energy coming in. Temperance, learning how to alchemize things, how to transmute things. And then this devil energy, recognizing the part of our shadow self when we see it, and recognizing what's the payoff if we just play fraidy cat all the time versus if we go in and do something a little bit different. So today I'm trying stuff a little bit different. But this is the message for the 11:11. If you want to pull some of the magic up a little further, a little more, you've got to get fierce. You've got to get fierce about what is actually the sort of truth, what keeps you in your integrity and where your magic lies. Then alchemize it, modify, balance it, and let this one out the window. All right, that's what I've got for the fire signs. Next up, excuse me, let me get some water. Next up will be the air signs. Air signs. Okay, so we have the Justice card, Star card, and also the Lovers card. So air signs. Let's see what you got. Now we're going to go to my same deck, second deck, and see if there's any similar messages that are coming through. So I'm putting these guys that we just did over here. And I'm going to get my same deck, second deck pulled out, okay? Stained glass tarot for the air signs. What do they need to know on this 11/11? Okay, that's interesting. We're getting, not everybody's meant to be Billy Badass today. Not everybody's going to go in fierce, 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 fierce. Not everybody's meant to do that, but they're going to operate a little bit differently. They're going to be up, down, ziggity, zaggity. A lot of that Gemini energy is coming through. A lot of that ziggity, zaggity. And also this very, very balancing, thinking about things. Thinking about things in a different kind of way. What is that about? It's very, very Libra-esque. It's this Justice card coming in. It's this ziggity zaggity. The scales have to balance. They aren't ever perfect. They aren't ever exactly even. There's this flow that has to be there. We saw it in the Temperance card a little bit before. It's definitely there. There's also this Age of Aquarius Star card coming in, and this energy is coming in with the Divine Feminine coming in at this time. It's a big deal. It's a big damn deal, guys. All right, let's take a look. Okay. You guys have the Queen of Swords. Ooh, this is coming in huge. You might want to look and see where Aquarius is placed in your chart. That's important for you right now. We've got that. We've got the Two of Cups and equal offering coming through. And then we've got the Three of Wands. Now, the Geminis are going to need to calm down, be a little bit patient right now. The Geminis need to know, hey, time to settle your pants down just a bit. This ziggity-zaggity energy is a little bit uncomfortable to be in, but there is an equal offering, a meeting of the minds coming in right now. What is this gifts that you're bringing forward? What's coming through for you is this notion of calming down and not being fierce, but bringing equal. And also what's coming through is something about the bride going through. And there's in some traditions, there's this tradition where when there's the wedding and the bride comes, the bride brings a gift for the groom brings a gift for the bride. It isn't always about the exchanging rings and blah, blah, blah. But this is, what do you bring? What do you bring with you to the table? This is important. They're bringing a gift too. Now, the previous reading that we were doing about the 11/11 was shadow side, but you're needing to offer a gift. And this is asking you to offer a gift to the divine and then wait for it to see the gift that it returns. This is what's coming in. The 11/11, if you want to step into your gifts, I'm getting you need to operate like the bride, the logical bride, bring the gift forward. Bring the gift forward, bring forward the graceful offering and see what is returned. This is something you need to look for. This is going to be happening for like a month or something. This is something where this offering is going to be returned because you're bringing something that is a true and genuine gift of the heart, a gift that is authentic that you're bringing forward. This is what's happening for you guys, for you air signs. This is important for you. So I'm setting these ones down and we're going to look at the next set. Now, the next set that I had coming up, now, this is my third stained glass tarot deck, but it's a different deck, also called stained glass tarot. And, sorry, I got a little ahead of myself. Okay, so we want to go to the Chariot, the Death card, and the Moon card for these. So we have Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces coming in, okay? Chariot, Death, Moon. All right. That's driving me bonkers to have those. It needs to be like this. Okay, so you guys can see them, right? Okay. Let's see what the message is here. And I want to shuffle up live so you guys can see what's going on. What do they need to know? These water signs, what do you need to know for the water signs? Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, what do you need to know? Ooh, I'm getting the image of a hummingbird going to the feeder when somebody's put sugar water in the hummingbird's feeder in order to get the hummingbird to come, to lure it to come close, to get the sweet to come close. And this, I got this earlier today. It was like having too much and then having it come forward. It's like something is over sweet, something is overly sweet, like so sweet it would rot your teeth out, man. It's like there's too much sugar. It's like carob syrup thick, super, super thick, over sweet going on for you guys. What's going on? There's something about standing in your boundaries, standing in your power that needs to be there. And it's not that you have to be as fiery and fiery as the fire signs, but you need to have a little bit of that, just a little bit. It feels like something's going on with that, something over sweet. Okay. Wow. Oh, wow. Oh, wow, wow, wow. Okay. All right. I'm going to show you these ones first. So you know your signs, you know your signs. Now look what we got coming through here. We've got judgment, we've got strength, and we've got the 7 of Swords. Now we're going to start with the little guy, 7 of Swords, Sneaky Pete the thief. He's like run in, hot robbery, takes it and goes. This is the cover your ass, cover your ass. But some of you are being a little too sweet, a little too sweet. It doesn't serve you. If you're being sweet for everybody but yourself, you're not being well served and you're getting shortchanged. And furthermore, you're making yourself ill by doing so. It needs to stop on that one. That needs to stop, stop, stop. The other thing that I'm getting is the strength card coming in. Now, this is hard for me. I don't love the strength card. I don't love it at all. But when I was doing the sacred hags for myself before I started this, the adaptability comes in. Now, adaptability comes in tonight and the strength card. And this is coming in with some of this very, very watery energy that comes in. And this is a fluid emotions thing. The strength card, it means you're going to be called upon to be strong. It means you're going to be called upon to do more, to step into your power, step into your truth, step into your strength, and hold the boundary. Even though it's a 7 of Swords, you better operate like it's a 7 of Wands. The 7 of Swords is cut and run, Sneaky Pete the thief, right? He gets the bum rap, but he's strategic and he knows what he needs to do to cover at least his own ass. This is where you guys need to do a little bit better. Cover your own ass. Then here, the judgment, higher sense of discernment. To thine own self be true is what I say on this one all the time. To thine own self be true. That's absolutely true. You have to do it for yourself. Nobody else can be true to yourself except for you. And if you don't start doing that first and you're giving and overgiving for everyone else, you're really going to be shortchanged. You're really going to be uncomfortable. It's time for you to stand in your power, stand in your truth, hold it very, very strongly, and answer the call of your higher self. If that means saying no, if that means saying yes, you'll know the truth of it. But you can't weasel out of it. You've got to cover your own ass, take care of your own thing, and be important about it, and stand in your strength. Follow the gentle nudge. Okay. We'll go to the last group, which is the Earth group. All right, let me set these over here. Boy, I'm already taking up so much of my desk. It's just ridiculous, guys. All right. The last one, we have the Capricorn. Love it. We have the Taurus, and we have, of course, the Virgo. So there we go. We've got the Devil, we've got the Hierophant, and the Hermit, which is, I'm a Virgo, so this is definitely one of my favorite cards. Okay, let's see what the message is that wants to come through there. I want to go to a different kind of a deck, and I hope it'll play nice, and I hope my Sharpie has been employed well. This is called the Voyager Tarot. You guys haven't seen this one very often. It's not one of my favorites. I'm really kind of surprised we're going there. It's like out there. So we're going to see what's going on with the Voyager Tarot for this. What do we need to know on 11/11? Okay. All right. Wow. The Prince of Wands is coming. This is all about the power, all about inspiration, all about doing things with passion, with fire. And this deck, you'll notice Sharpie closed right away. Prince of Wands. This is the Page of Wands, the exciting message, the excitement to share. Queen of Wands coming up. Woo, woo, woo. Big fire, big fire. What else is coming up? So us earthy ones that are kind of hermity or sitting down, taking a chill, or feeling very, very stuck, or tend to be stuck in our way, we need to operate more like fire. We need to operate on our instinct, on our inspiration, and be passionate and inspirational and leading and take the lead. It's not wrong to lead a little stronger. Oh, and I pulled 2. It must be a Virgo thing. All right. We're going to have to work. We're going to have to work damn hard, and we're going to make a breakthrough. This is the Voyager Tarot. You see all of this really great flowers coming through here, and then you see her dancing, and it's like, I don't know if you guys can tell this. I want to show this to both broadcasts. But you see, like her head is like this whole globe, like the sunflowers right there. So this is really, really, our head needs to be in our work, but we also need to be honoring where the sun is. And bear in mind the sunflower. We got the Queen of Wands here. This is legacy and breakthrough comes when we operate like we are the Queen of Wands. We need to let go of the Queen of Coins just a little bit for ourselves. Let go of the Hermit energy. Let go of the Earth energy for a minute. And we need to light things on fire. We need to be excited, inspired, moving forward, passionate. This is something that is our gift that sometimes we get a little too quiet in the earth signs. We're very grounded, very rooted. But this is saying, hey, let's get going. Let's get going. Where's the party? Where are we going? Get on fire. Your hair needs to be on fire about something. Your heart needs to be on fire about something. That's what's coming through for that. That's what I have for the 1111s for the signs. All right. I'm going to get some water. And then Kim is showing me the list. So we will get to the list. So let me get all of these out of the way. Okay. All right. A little bit of water. Okay. So the next one out, that was for the earth signs in general, all the earth signs. So Taurus, Capricorn, Virgo, that's who that last one was for. So, and I should be getting some more cards soon. If you haven't been in, you can see I love me some cards. I love me some cards. So yeah, so let me get some of this a little bit squared away, and we're just going to keep going. And I'm just working in a little bit of a smaller, tighter space for right now. Okay. Heather Garcia. That's our Phil's Heather. I hope Florida is treating you right. Hi. Okay. So let me see what's going on. Next was Samantha for a full. Okay, Samantha. And I didn't see your question come through, but let me look and see if I can get it pulled up. And if I can, great. If not, whoo, sorry. That's really close up. Okay. All right. I see that the payment came through. I'm just not seeing where the question is. And sometimes I see that a little easier than not. So let me just see if I can get there. Okay. It's so humid. Yeah, I bet it is, Heather. Okay, Samantha, I'm not seeing your question. If you just want a general, let me know if you have a question. Okay. Blue Jay, are you Samantha? If you just let me know what your question is, just a lot of challenges lately in general guidance. And this is Samantha, correct? Yep. Okay. All right. We're going to the Enchanted Dream, or Enchanted, not Dreamer. That's two different decks. There's Enchanted Dreams and Enchanted Dreamer. We're going to the Enchanted Dream. Okay. Here we go. We've got the double deck in case we want it. Let's see what's going on for you. General guidance. There's something about what are you trying to blend? It's not quite like a soup. It's more like folding in a cake. I know you get kind of crazy references, but that's what it is. It's folding things into a cake or into a batter. What are you doing? Samantha, what does she need to know? I want a line of 5 first. We got the 8 of Pentacles coming in, showing us the work, and you got to be doing something that's second nature, that's your gift, that's your talent. It needs to be honored, and you need to keep doing and keep doing and keep doing. Keep pursuing this. The guide is coming in. The higher self is coming in. Higher intuition's coming in, and there's a little bit of high priestess energy coming in on this, even though this is the Hierophant. It comes in feeling more like the high priestess than the Pope. What that means, the difference between the two, high priestess is looking more within. Hierophant is usually looking external. This is usually established things. If there's a new job, if there's a new situation coming up, this is getting access to the externals. And what I'm asking you to do is look within a little bit more. I'm telling you, you're going to need them both. You need the high priestess and the high priest, the Pope. You need both of them. If you want the access to the externals, you're going to have to look and get the keys first. You're going to have to read the scroll. You're going to have to look within first. Queen of Wands is here right in the center of this. This is where the power's at. It's about sitting and being receptive. It's about being approachable. It's about having confidence, following the inspiration that's important for you to go after. 6 of Pentacles is coming in. The universe is lining something up and wanting to give to you. And then 6 of Cups. Now this one comes in with the bride. In one of the readings that we did that was for the 11:11, there was mention of the bride and bringing things to the wedding and offering gifts. You need to offer stillness as your gifts before you can be on fire and moving forward. Now let's see what else is coming through for you. All right. Same deck, second deck. Different edges. If something important is coming through, it'll usually duplicate. So let's see what's going to happen here. What is that folding in the batter? There's something in the cake batter, folding in the cake batter. There's something in here that makes it a little bit different than normal. Yeah. Okay. All right. I'm getting the analogy of my mom's applesauce. When she made applesauce, she put cinnamon candies at the bottom and she would can it. And it's like you're doing that kind of a thing inside of a cake. You're doing something that creates a good surprise, a good sweet surprise. So it's a little bit of an additional pop. This is where the pop is. It's something that you are taking a little extra time to make a little extra special. If you were on this card, you would be shining up those coins before you hung them on display. It'd be like the fancy china, fancy plates, fancy stuff for when the guests come over, and you got it all polished, all looking great and sparkly. What else is going on for you in the general? Wow, 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 wow. Okay. All right. You're going towards the end of a transformation, and you're really, really close. So what I want you to see here is the Page of Wands. This is the one that's all excited, hopped up, excited to go to the party. And the Hanged Man. You're going to feel like you're spinning your wheels. I'm getting something about the next 2 weeks is spinning wheels. This is the folding of that batter, the folding it in, the blending, the folding it in, the folding it in. For you, it might feel like you're stuck a little. You're not stuck. You're just shifting the perspective. You're putting something extra in there that's important for you right now. The Five of Swords is coming up. You're getting off the battlefield. You're not so invested in a battle as you used to be. You're not so invested in a particular outcome. You're more invested in what you bring to the situation than the outcome itself. You're invested in how you stand in your power and how you stand differently. This is again, the point of focus, the point of where you start something at. It's not so much that it has to be a certain outcome. And it's not so much that you have to do it a certain harsh way. You just have to stand in your truth. So get your ass off the battlefield and you're operating completely different now. This is when the Hanged Man says, tick tock, the clock drops down, cut down, ready to go. There's a certain level of freedom that comes in this. This is coming in right here too. Again, there's a certain access granted when this happens. Now here, we have the Six of Wands and the Two of Cups. Six of Wands is victory, man. This is like riding the horse held high. This is recognition on parade wave and hello, that kind of thing. And then the Two of Cups. And just earlier we talked about that same card, and then it came out here. Something about this offering that you bring together and this perfect partnership and kindred spiritness coming through. This does not feel like love relationship. I want to be very, very clear on that. It feels like a partnership or an opportunity to work together in some kind of way that's important for you, but you have to be transformed in order to do it. And I want one more clarifier on there. Now, this is butterfly, get off the branch and fly. This is when you got to let the goo be worked off the butterfly wings. Nobody can help you do that. Nobody can help you leave the perspective behind. Nobody can help you leave the battlefield, whatever this is that you have your old thoughts invested in being right. No, when the time is right for you to leave, you will leave. And you go in a powerful cloak. There's something about this metaphor of the butterfly that is great, but if you were looking for butterflies, you would see one in red. Like you can see the blue back here. I love the blue butterflies. I love that tapestry. Just before that one came up, there was one that was red behind it. In previous videos, you would have seen this. The red one needs to be there first. The fierceness needs to be there first. Okay. I'm getting the will to survive needs to be there before you can flit around. So what does that really mean? The will to survive, the will to thrive, the knowing what you need and overcoming fear and going for what you want, knowing you'll be fine and knowing you'll be fine and keep going. That needs to be there first. Then you're able to fly. Then you get this Four of Cups. There's an opportunity that's coming. You won't see it just yet, but it's coming. See how this is in the card? I don't know if you can see that very well. But see how this is in this back. The light is coming through it, shining through it, shining through. She's not feeling it. She's not seeing it. She's not even facing it yet. And there will become a pivot. This has almost got the same kind of pivot as the 5, but it's not as serious of grieving. It's just a need to pivot. a letting go of something, a letting go of mirage, a letting go of illusion. And then the ability to express yourself comes through a lot more clearly. The ability to express yourself comes through more fully, and you will be understood better. And it's not about right or wrong or anything. It's about holding your grounds, holding your boundaries, knowing what you need to do, being excited to do it, but taking your victory and offering something that's equal. What else does she need to know? Final clarification for this. Stand your ground. I'm getting I won't back down. What is that song? If you guys know the song, put it in the chat. No, I won't back down. But you're doing it in a different way. You're walking away from the battle and holding your ground all at the same time. You got the devil coming in. There is a really interesting thing. You could be stuck in stubbornness, battling forever and ever and ever and ever. Or you could take that old chain off, get off the battlefield, and go towards more peace. So you have leaving the battlefield here, heading towards more peace here. You leave the choppy waters behind, and look, something is carrying you forward. Something is carrying you hugely forward on this. Something about the full moon coming in is something you really need to be aware of, and you need to start being ready to release whatever this is that you want to let go of. There's new relationships, new business stuff, new partnerships that need to come in, but you need to be ready to offer the gift. That's what I've got. Yes, that's it, Crystal. That's it. You can stand me at the gates of hell, but I won't back down. Yeah. You could. And it could be like Persephone and Hades myth. You could know that too. That's really, really important to know. You're welcome, honey. You're welcome. I hope that makes sense to you. Usually these reads, when I read them, they might not make sense to me, but they almost always make sense to you guys. Yeah. You got to manage to do that red butterfly work, then you do the blue butterfly work, and it will make sense as you go. Thinking again of the root chakra and then the throat chakra, okay? I think I said that, but the red and the blue colors there. All right. Okay, that's what we got there. Next is Sandra for the year ahead. Okay, I've got to clear my desk because it's a hot mess. So give me just 1 second. Let me get all these cards that we already used. Ha! Holy shit balls. Okay. Oh my gosh, guys. I'm trying to create space because the year ahead requires a little bit of room. All right, let's get this in here and out of the way. Sandra, we're going to the dark mansion for you, honey. Okay. Put this one here. Dark mansion here. All right, let's see if we can move this here. Hopefully you can see well enough, and I'm going to put this right here. And I think you can see. We're going to put the 2 crossing cards in the center. Then we're going to get the smaller deck out and go all the way around and do the months, and then we can clarify if we need to. I have 4 of this. I love this deck. Dark Mansion, Sandra, year ahead. Let's take a look. What shifted? What shifted? It feels like something in your field has shifted, and it feels like it shifted within the last 4 hours. What shifted? I don't know. Okay. I won't get too nosy on that particular thing. Something shifted in the way you see things or the way you're doing things within the last 4 hours. Okay. Year ahead. Sorry. That was just very exciting for me. All right, Sandra. Okay. Coming together, working it together, coming together in a good way, a persistent way. It's not as easy as a dovetail needs to be, but it comes together. It does work together. Queen of Swords. Whoa. Oh, we've got 4. Now, we don't usually have 4 in the center, but I'm going to show you what we got. We've got Queen of Swords. She's cutting the shit, knowing exactly what she needs. She gets the bum rap as the bitch. She's not really a bitch. She just is very, very clear about what she needs. She's fair. The 6 of Cups that she has been sweet about, thinking about, and the nostalgia. She's done with this. She's done with walking the tightrope, and she knows what she wants, and she's on her way. There's a destiny that she's going towards. And then the Temperance card. She will be very, very clear and very, very balanced going forward. These are the challenges that you have right now. Now, let's see what's going on in the months around you. Okay, we're going to start here in November. Okay. And YouTube channel won't be able to see all this, I don't think. So we'll pull them up as we can. No, I can't make that work. So for now, we're just going to do it this way. All right. We've got November, December. Hopefully you can see that. Let me scooch it this way. November, December, January, February, March, April, May, June, July, August, September, October. Okay. We've got the star card coming in November. This is second chances, hope, healing, being in the healing waters, and being really ready for your dreams. Being really, really aware of what your dreams are. Cutting out what doesn't serve is huge for you right now. Be very, very clear. Stay in the healing water a little longer than you thought. This is giving me like when you stay in the bathtub so long you get pruny. That's what you need to be doing with the healing waters. And you'll want to hop out early because the water might be feeling a little cool. Let some of that water drain and get more hot water in that tub with you. The healing waters aren't done with you. December, this is saying rest, retreat, restore, renew, all of this. This healing water's here and this retreat here. You have been pushing, it feels like 90 miles an hour, and it's time to slow it down. We get this epiphany that wants to come through, and it looks like the monster in the night. It's part of the reason you need to slow down. There's a little bit of fear going on, but the monster in here in January in the night is trying to wake up something for you, wake up something to you in January. Let's get another deck. Okay. Different deck. I want to get clearer on this. Clarify. Nine of Swords, January. Oh, no wonder. Okay, now looky, look. You have the World coming in here, and then the Temperance card. Something that is really, really ended. You are meant to move through, okay? It's all right to move through it. And then this Temperance card, like this. This is one. Don't rush into anything, even if you're a little bit worried about something. Don't rush into it till epiphany drops. Give yourself the rest that you need during this time, December, January, okay? Huge, huge, huge. This is where you're learning to alchemize and make magic happen. This is huge for you. Huge, huge, huge for you. All right, February. Yeah, alchemize and make magic. February, that's where it's happening. All the tools are in place by February. All the tools and the balance that you need is there. You aren't forever stuck in the past. By February, you're moving forward into something different. There's something about a deep and abiding love, and this is feeling like very much self-love coming in, but a different depth, a different layer, a different level of love. Next level is what I'm getting. It's deeper. It's less frippery-frappery. What that means, I don't know, but it's less frippery-frappery than the Six of Coins. You're able to give from a place of having plenty. You're able to give from this place where you have much to share. You're not feeling like the poor little beggar girl at all. I love this in March. April. Judgment card. To thine own self be true. You'll hear me say it forever. And this is answering the call. April, something is shifting here. Something big is shifting in the way your MO has gone. From November to April, it's like this winter into spring that feels like so infernally long. You know, when the snow just won't melt and you think you get signs of the daffodils coming up and then you just get more snow. Then you think it's melted and then the skiers rejoice because they prayed and they got a big old dumper of snow again. And it's like, ugh. You're going to get there. You're going to get there. Again, the snow is going to feel a little bit long, but you're going to get there. You will have got a pattern going on that's different. Look at this. Oh my gosh. Now, this is the third time we've seen the Temperance in your reading. The third time. This is May. This is when the Temperance is felt. I mean, look at this. Look at this. The universe definitely wants you to be Temperance, to be having this Temperance energy moving for you. This is huge. This is why you keep focusing on what it is you need, the world in your hand and where you're trying to go to, and keep focusing on that. Focus on that. You're going to be able to walk that tightrope just fine. You're going to be able to balance it really, really well. It's going to be just fine. I'm going to turn this down so it doesn't ding at us again. Okay. So this Temperance card is huge for you specifically. And it's huge. And it starts this really, really big in January. And then you have it here in April. April is the Judgment. May. January, February, March, April, May. In May is the Temperance lesson again. You're going to get it big because the Major Arcana is coming in this big for you. This isn't going to just be a daily life kind of lesson. It's going to be big. There's going to be big epiphanies coming through. June, Queen of Cups. This is where you're looking back on what you have lost, the love lost, or what maybe was a sacrifice, something that you had to give up. And here we are going here. We're seeing this energy here. This is the Queen of Cups, and she's looking back on something. She's also looking back on something, and it's not so rose-colored glasses anymore. There's a wisdom that has come in with that Judgment card. This is June. This is where the judgment and the understanding of something brings wisdom through, and you're dreaming again. Now, the star is about hopes and dreams. The Queen of Cups is also about dreaming again. The Judgment's about second chances, as is the star. These two cards are about dreaming your dream and holding on to it. All right. That's June, July. 7 of Wands. This is holding your boundaries, and it feels like very much the literal representation of being caught on the back foot. Now, in this one, he has matching shoes. And I bring it up because in the Rider-Waite-Smith deck, he doesn't. He has a boot on one foot and like a shoe on the other. And he's also bridging this vast canyon, and that's going to be the work that's coming up in July for you. In August, we're going to look a little bit deeper in August. You're grieving a loss, something that has been difficult for you. Again, it's referencing something that was a little bit bittersweet, grieving the loss. There is something that is a heartache and sorrow, and it doesn't feel like betrayal. It just feels like recognition. Recognition of how you're moving on, and it's running and crossing this way with the Magician. When I look at this on the clock, it's crossing this way with February, the Magician. Understanding that you had all the tools, you had many of the tools a long time ago. You've lost a little bit of time, it feels. Don't beat yourself up if you feel like you've lost time, because hurrying isn't going to get it any faster. Hurrying won't get you there faster at all. So what else is going on? Two of Swords, you'll have to make a choice. Now, in this one, you can see the 3 cups that are spilled. And you can also see the 2 swords here. There's something that needs to be a choice, and the emotions need to be coming from the right place in order for you to make that choice. This is August. September gives us strength. You guys know my feelings on the strength card. Beautifully, beautifully illustrated. I'm getting something about the creamsicle sky now. There's a theme, and I think it's called something like Wine-Colored Days or something. I'm getting the Godfather music. I can hear it in my head. I don't know. Look up the Godfather theme, and it's just short. It's something about a romance that it goes by the wayside, and thinking about that in the memory. Yeah, I can't remember. It's coming through as something like Wine-Colored Days, and I don't know what it is, but it's that creamsicle energy, this end of summer energy, about something about the days that were shared. The days warmed by the sun. They were very much shared, and your strength is still here. Don't grieve whatever the change is that has come over you, or the change in direction. It's like this end of these over-idealized days. And again, these over-idealized days, it's the end of these. The strength will be you have had enough experience and discernment to go forward, to know what you want to do, and to follow the gentle nudge better than you've ever done before. Anything else? Something about the days warmed by the sun when the 2 were 1, and that's coming through. And I don't know. I haven't got the exact lyrics. I don't know that song well enough. I didn't watch The Godfather well enough. I've seen pieces of it, and that's it. But it feels like something that was warm that's warm. And you know, when you leave a creamsicle out in the sun, you might have a bite or two, but then you leave it out because it's just really not what you want, and it melts. The sweetness of it is gone for you. You need something different. That's what's coming through on this. The strength to know that the sweetness that was there is not what you want any further. And it's not the end of the world at all. It's just different. Now we have October coming up, next October. And this is competition, strife, different agenda. You're going to need to find some new clarity in October about the agenda that you want to pursue going forward. This is when you're going to cut the last strand, jump and tiptoe to this pole because you have crossed the gap. What's going on with that? I've got to see it. Clarity. No shit. Why? Because you cut yourself down. No shit. That's happening. That is happening. Yeah, you're not just cutting and clearing the gap. You literally have jumped across something big. You bridged something big by then. And other people's agendas, you'll know what you need to do for you. You'll hold tight to what you need for you. This isn't even like, this one looks like such a miser, but you've got plenty for you at this point. You're going to hold on, and it's going to be an act of self-preservation to some degree. You know what you need to hold on to that's priority. You know when and where you've been frugal and needed to be frugal, and you know what your priority is to hold on to, and you're holding on mostly to the sword of truth here. It's here and it's here. Anything else that she needs to know about this? There's going to be competing energies that want your attention, want your attention, want your attention. And this is, again, we have the Two of Swords coming through here. Remember to take the blindfold off. If you have this going on, it's like a piñata party, but everybody's swinging at a beehive. It doesn't really serve, all right? So be very, very aware of this. You need to take the blindfold off so you can see what you're swinging at, so you can really hit it. And there needs to be a taking turns and not a frenzy going on. Yeah, you'll hold your own. You'll defend your own. This is important. There's a resilience that comes through here. You're holding your you're standing your ground. Yeah, that's what's going on. Really, really beautiful energy. Anything else? This is just all about this, learning the modulation. Now, this one, you see me do this all the time with the Temperance card. You see me balancing, 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 right? But I guess you guys can't see me this. Over here, over here. Balancing, 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 balancing. Not juggling, balancing, balancing, balancing the emotional flow through the whole thing. Balancing, balancing, balancing. That's what's going on. This is you transmuting something deep. That's what I've got. That's complete. Holy cow, that was gorgeous. That was a gorgeous reading. Love it, love it, love it. Hey there, Anne. Good to see you. Good to see you. All right. And I see Crystal over there on the YouTube. So I don't know if this is going to be going out any kind of big stuff on YouTube. Can't say it. Or on TikTok or whatever. So, okay. Vika for a full. All right. We'll see what's going on for Vika. All right. No kidding. All right. So this is what we're doing. For Vika for a full. We've got something of the Canadian flying geese pattern coming in like a V and like a V. So we're going to take a look at that. Now, you see me do the Australian layout a lot of times, but this one is something's funny. Usually when I do the Canadian geese, we've got the V and then we've got a V that is reversed. So we've got them going like this. And this one, as I'm talking to you, this V going like this is another V like this. So let's see what's going out, leading out. There's definitely the way that they need to rotate and take turns to take the headwind. And there's a rotation going on in here. Vika for full. Okay. Now, Vika, it's saying there's a note in PayPal, and my iPad's been a little bit screwy, and I don't know if it's going to let me look. So if there's, it's asking me to enter my password, and I don't even know what that is. Phil's going to have to get that when he gets home. So if you want to ask me a question, let me get some water, and we'll take a look. See pinned comment. Okay. Pinned comment. Okay. Kim, I'm trying to look. I saw it. Okay. Full. Okay. All right. So if you want anything else, love reconciliation, energy update for you and Abe, please. Okay, you got it. Just give me 1 second for some water and we'll see. Oh, that's probably why we got the double V. Okay. Okay. So I want you to think of this V like this, the V, right? And it's going to be laying, this will be the front of the V laying down. And I want you to think of one flock of birds and another flock of birds, and they're flying like in parallel to each other. This will be person A flying here first, and then person B will come after. But it's two people flying parallel, and it's like two flocks. It's like them and all of their ancestors flying together. The Nine of Wands is up here, and this is the lead card. This one person is very, very tired. So we're seeing person A here. And the energies that are around them, the ancestor energies, and just the overall energies around them. 3 to each side. Okay, now I'm going to try and narrow this up so you can see this. I'm going to flip this down so you can see it. But what we're seeing is the Nine of Wands, the need to rest. The Two of Wands, having done something with a partner that felt very, very perfect in the past, but somehow has ended. This is the end of this perfect, but it doesn't mean that it's the end and it's over. What it feels like is the end of illusion. Sometimes we when we're young and in love, when we get married, we think, okay, it's going to be this way forever, happy, and which is a great thing. However, we grow, we change, and sometimes there's a gap between us and our partner. There's a death to something in the way that you used to be as this. Still partnered, but operating differently. This feels past. This feels like going forward. Ace of Wands coming through, the sun on it, and the Page of Wands. There needs to be a rotation so somebody can step up and do more work, more labor coming in. This is somebody that needs to be really ready to do the work. What is it? Build a fire, chop wood, or something like that. Fetch water, build a fire, chop wood. There's some kind of Confucius saying about that, where you're doing the same thing day in, day out, daily grind over and over and over. But there needs to be this understanding that that's part of life. That's how it goes. These necessities, there's these necessities. They're the things that are the resonant rhythms through life for you guys. So this is something going on for person A. Let's look at person B. I want to go in the second deck. Same deck. I cut the tops off so we could tell the difference. Same deck, second deck. And I'm going right over the top of it, okay? Let's see what's going on for you. Crisp, crunchy, difficult. This is person B. Now we'll go to their lead card and then we're going to do the V. So funny, I mentioned Canadian geese. Whoa! Sun card is the lead card here. Somebody definitely has the sun on their wings. They're warm. They're ready to go. They're ready to go. The other person is just exhausted and tired. Now, what it is and how that's different, I don't know. Let's see. Let's see. Okay. The other person is exhausted and tired. This person B has seen and observed things, has the Emperor card here, and look what came up in the exact same position. Look at this. Look at this. Same position. I'm going to flip this down so you can see. This came up. Same position. Exact same position. The odds on that, I couldn't even tell you. But we have Page of Swords. We have the Emperor. And then we have this Two of Wands. Somebody's got a delay on their desire to be partners, the desire to work together, and they aren't good at making a plan. They aren't planning well. Now on this side, going forward, there's something that has to be overcome. You've got the Knight of Cups coming in here. This is promises, 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 talks a good game, but doesn't always live up to it. So there's more exposure on that. This might be somebody that is a dreamer, somebody their heart is really, really good, or they want to do good. They talk a good game. They have big dreams, but they're really not good at executing them and making the steps and making the plans. And that challenges things, putting in the actual work, putting in the actual time of doing something. Really tricky for this one. And it's not that they don't have good intentions, but sometimes their follow through just sucks. That's what I've got here. Now these two are trapped here. There's something that you guys are meant to learn the lesson. This one lands on the sun right here, and the sun landed on the resilient one here. So you can see, hopefully, where the duplicates are leading you. You can see this one, the sun on the devil. You need to know if somebody's got the vice, if somebody's got an addiction, if somebody's got a bad behavior. It could be that's just their crappy behavior. I don't know if you can live with it. I don't know if this person and you can even live together. You have here the Ace of Wands that wants to have this new start, but the brokenhearted one coming through. Now, why do we have this? The devil and the broken heart. I want to snoop a little further on this flank, on this side. That was this one without the guilty up top. Now, sometimes people be third-party betrayal, blah, 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 really fast on this. Let me tell you, sometimes we betray our own selves. Sometimes we are the ones that betray ourselves by settling for too little or by giving too many excuses, too many cop-outs for the other person. This person's trying to move forward, but there's something that is a painful, painful heartache, and it's going to need to be seen, acknowledged, figured out if you're going to move forward or reconcile at all. Six of Swords. Somebody has to have more peace. Ultimately, somebody else has to have more peace. This is coming through as if to say, now you trust your higher self over me or any other tarot reader. You know I always say that. But it's as if to say that the friendship, the joy that was here, the ideal moment here, and the way that you could have partnered, it's almost as if it's too little, too late, and somebody goes for their own peace because the pain has been too much, and they know the nature of this person. They know this person's nature to promise or talk a good game and not deliver. They know this. It doesn't mean they can't be a partner in another way, but I just wouldn't give them as much responsibility. Somebody has had to do most of the work, most of the heavy lifting. Anything else on this? You could stay in that trap for a long time. The leveling up and work that would be needing to be done for you to be on the same level with this person, or this person on the same level with you in the same place and time, it isn't a match right now. It feels like it's more than their capacity. That's not that they're assholes or anything, which maybe they are and have been, but there's something that's beyond their capacity right now. And if somebody is wired as a dreamer, if they're wired a little differently, it's like a kid that has ADHD versus a kid that doesn't. They just think a little differently, operate differently. It doesn't mean that something needs to be excused. The requirement for school might be the same. Everybody's got to learn math at some point, right? So everybody's got to do whatever the requirement is, but they're just operating differently. And right now it's not in their capacity to do that. If you are trying to forgive the past, you're saying, if you're trying to forgive the past, you can try and forgive the past, but it doesn't mean you have to be stuck in this. I don't see something that is reconciliation. I do see something that is healing. That's not one and the same thing. You're asking, do I see healing and reconciliation for the future? I see healing. What else do we see for that? Yeah. Here we have the Five of Swords. And again, somebody is walking off the field. Somebody is walking to the calmer waters. We have the 5 and the 6 of Swords. What I see is healing here. The healing has to happen first. If the healing doesn't happen, there can be no reconciliation. The healing has to happen first. I think you're putting way a lot of weight on this, which if it's a situation where there's been a lot of love and a lot of time, of course, there would be a lot invested on this, but the healing has to happen first. And that's what has to happen if the reconciliation is to be at all. So I see healing. Healing, easily seen. Reconciliation, small. Like when I read the question, it's like those letters for healing get big, the letters for reconciliation small. It's like the importance, the healing. So hope isn't lost, though, for you. No, hope isn't lost, but it's not the only thing. The healing is more important than the reconciliation right now. And if you can't get to this healing, you'll never get to the reconciliation. If you both can't get on the same page, you're never going to get on the reconciliation. And what was the easy beginning is not where it is now. So the partnership looks different. The relationship and dynamic looks different. So the homework is healing. If there's forgiving to be done, there's forgiving to be done. That doesn't mean settle for less than you deserve ever. It doesn't mean stay in a shit relationship just because you hope they'll change, because that's not your job to change them. Your job is to change your heart, to understand what you can take, what you can stand, what you can live with, and what feels right for you, and not settle for less. That's what I've got. That's complete. So yeah, the healing has to happen first. That's just flat, point blank. And it does look like with the geese coming through that there will be spaces and places where you take different turns for the work that's going on. Can you ask if he still loves you? Yeah, you can ask. The cards might show you something, but the healing has to happen first. I'm going to the Gilded deck because we're still there. It's changed, honey. It's changed. You can build and think that you can build and get something from the past, but you can't get something from the past. It's changed. It doesn't mean that it's the end of the world, but it might mean the relationship is different. It might be that you guys are to be friends and that you are to be lessons, that you won't continue down the romance aisle, but you will actually heal and become better friends down the track. So that's what I'm getting. The Tower is, it feels like catastrophe, but it's the beautiful disaster. This disaster feels like hell. It feels like hell going through the Tower. But on the other side of it is where the beauty comes in, and it comes in really, really good. I don't think that it's that he doesn't love you. I just don't know if he loves you enough to be who you need him to be. And I don't know if he is capable of changing or doing something beyond his capacity. So that's what's coming through. The healing has to happen with you. That doesn't mean necessarily the relationship is all easy peasy. It doesn't look like that. Even with those great big suns. There's choices that he has to make, and he procrastinates. And that's going to keep you stuck for a long time. Is there anything else you need to know? This is one person that's not really great at the intimate relationships, not really great at the close-up relationships. Very, very inspiring. Super exciting. People can get on board with his plan, but the close-up relationships he sucks at and his ego gets in his way. He might think all about what serves and suits him without really giving second thought to what's going on for those around you or around him. So that's what I've got. Okay. All right. I think we're going to put last call out there so we can do a few more reads, but it's getting kind of late. So we'll put the last call and I'll get a little bit of water. Yeah. Hopefully it's helpful, honey. You trust your higher self more than anything else, and you be true to yourself. All right. This is important. All right. Commercial. Here's the commercial. There we go. All right. The commercial, $20 for the blind read and $30 for the year ahead, $40 for the full and $30 for the mini right here. This is the tarot questions, the one question. So if you want to ask a question, great. If you want the blind or the year ahead, you don't ask a question on those. And then the bones, crystal ball, or past lives, that's these. So that's what comes in for those. Those are $50, and this is how you can pay me. So that's whatever that is, if that helps. What are the special readings about? Those are my specialty reads. So if I go with the crystal ball, then I'll throw the crystal ball in and read the cards and the crystal ball together. If I go past lives, we can go back and see what's going on and see maybe where you were in a past life. Some of the lessons that you have in this life, you've carried over from another past life that often will come through. Sometimes some of the people will come through. Not always the people that are in your current life or in your past life. That's really interesting. I love those kinds of read. Or the bones reads, I'll spread a certain cloth and I'll throw the bones and the cards and do those as a reading. So those are my specialty reads. So that's what I do on those. So, and it's Venmo and it's at A Feisty Butterfly, Cash App, $ The Feisty Butterfly, and PayPal, A Feisty Butterfly at gmail.com. So that's what we got. So, okay. Do I do mediumships? No, I don't really do mediumships. I think I do them kind of like the absent-minded professor because I have like done readings where I do a Zoom call where people will get on Zoom live, and I do that for $99 for like an hour. And that's been pretty close to mediumship to me. Let me show you. There it is. That's this one. And we just set up an appointment and we go all over the place. And somebody was asking me for something, and she was asking me about something from her mom. So I don't do it in the way that some people do. Well, like, do you know somebody with an S name? And this is somebody, grandpa dies of a heart attack, fell over dead, and he was a mechanic, blah, blah, blah. No. But what came through on hers was something about these black shoes, and going back to school. And so I do it, I think, a little bit absent-minded professor, because I can ask my guides, I can ask for information, and the information isn't stopped. But it just feels like a flow. Maybe I'm just a little bit shy. Like I used to not be able to really claim like comfortably. I wouldn't claim I was psychic around my own family or tell them that, even though, you know, if you're talking to spirit guides and know that you're seeing people and yeah. So yes is the answer. Yes, I can do that. I don't like that word. I don't like that label. I was raised very, very conservatively. So, you know, it's a little bit hippie trippy, but yes, but back to that one gal. So the mom was definitely giving her clues about these shoes, these black shoes, and going back to school and back to school and back to school and back to school. And it was all about, she was a nurse and she was trying to up-level her nursing. And I just couldn't figure it out. And all I could tell her, it was like these, like Mary Jane shoes or China doll shoes, that are these black shoes. And at the end of the reading, at first she couldn't make sense of what was going on. And at the end of the reading, she's like, oh, it's those shoes, blah, blah, blah. And it's a certain kind of shoes that nurses wear that are these ugly black shoes. And it's like, okay. So what I was getting and what I was bringing through for her, she understood, but she didn't get it at first. And the importance of the shoes and the importance of the school days for her was the big important thing that her mom was trying to tell. Time to put on your shoes, time to get ready, time to get dressed for school, to get going and do it. So yeah, it was a really interesting Zoom session. So yeah. Do I do mediumships? Kim, you can tell her if you think I do mediumships. I have no idea. I mean, I don't know what you label it. I'm a tarot reader. I'm very spiritual. I work with my spirit guides all the time. I'm never going to not follow the nudge. If somebody wants to come through, then like my mom and my stepdad came through on a show a while back. And my mom and my stepdad, I haven't seen together in 20 years. My mom died like 4 years ago. My stepdad died probably a good 10 before that. So, yeah, I don't think I always realize when I'm doing it. I think I sometimes channel, and yes, I do see people popping up, but I get shy sometimes about these labels. I don't know why. Yeah. Kim is saying, you do it, you don't always realize you're doing it. Yeah, if I don't have to think about it, if you said, do I have any messages from my mom? Here's the cards, boom, 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 this is the message coming through. Or no message in the cards at all, just go directly to the message. So yeah, so I do tend to overthink it sometimes. So that's what we've got going on. But yeah, okay. So last call for reads, guys. I kind of explained a little bit too long, but there we go. $20 for the blind, $30 for the year ahead, 40 for the mini, 30 for the mini, 40 for the full. Or you can do Bones, Crystal Ball, or Past Lives, which I love the Past Lives. Those are truly my favorite. Truly, truly, truly my favorite. So, okay. All right. And Kim, are we current? I think we're current. So yeah, you guys let me know if we're current or whatever's going on. And I think I'm going to click out of YouTube for a minute. If I can. I think I can. There we go. Okay.